Welcome to Disrupt Education. I am here with Rachel Mautner.
Hey y'all.
Thanks for being here. Thank you for having me in one of your homes.
Thank you for coming.
Tell us what you're doing right now. We're sitting in a home.
Yes,
Why are we sitting in this home?
I actually reached out and I just thought it would be a unconventional way of doing an interview. So I just thought I'd invite you guys here just to kind of check out what I'm going to do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Before the pictures are taken and put into a magazine, this is really what it looks like. And these are real people's homes. So it's really important that we kind of just came behind the scenes and check things out together.
This is your work.
Yes,
right?
completely.
And your business.
Yes, most importantly.
So
Yeah.
tell us about that.
Sure.
When did you start? What's your business? What do you do?
Outside of being an interior designer, I'm also a business owner and making sure that the brand that I own and operate is up to par, everything's up and running. So that's kind of what I'm doing currently. I have 6 projects under contracts with a couple kitchen and bathroom models around Chicago, Hinsdale, Elmhurst, one on Lakeshore. So just a couple really cool things, and then things like this, very small, smaller scale projects like decorating, lighting installation. So that's kind of what I have on my roster right now.
Wow.
But
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
though. How do you find your clients? Like, how did you start? Like,
Sure.
What was that like?
Yeah, so I went to college for 1 year in Key West. So Key West is 3 by 4 miles, really small. Everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
Just very lackadaisical. I just loved it out there. It was really fun. It was a great social experiment, and I had a great time. But I also, just wasted 2 really valuable resources. One being time, and the second being money.
Right.
So I ended up coming back to Chicago, and I was a hostess at a restaurant for a couple weeks, and I just thought I was wasting my time as as a whole, and I quit my job and went into interior design full-fledged.
Wow.
Which was nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But it was rewarding. If I look back, 2 to 3 years until this point, I wouldn't have done it any other way.
Right. So you just jumped in.
Exactly.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So like your first client, right?
Oh,
How did that look? What was that like?
Oh wow.
Was it nerve-wracking? I'm sure
so funny.
it was.
She's actually 1 block from this property.
Get out of here, really? Okay.
She's an elementary school teacher, and so our clients vary from the elementary school teacher and the garbage man to the neurosurgeon and the silver medal Olympian.
Sure.
They're just a wide range of individuals, and they're all people, and they all work really hard, and they deserve a home to come home to.
Yeah.
At the end of a long day. So, first project was actually 1 block away from here. In the Jefferson Park neighborhood, and it was a basement remodel.
Oh, okay.
And we just kind of made it a gym, a playroom for their son, and then a movie theater.
Oh,
so we did a
nice.
bunch of cool things there, and we got to implement a lot of different strategies and styles, and killed it. And then that led to a couple different referrals down the line. And then there was a short period of time where I was only designing $1 million homes.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of thought, there's more to it out there. So I just figured. Again, everyone deserves a nice place to call home,
Right.
really. So
That's
that was
impressive.
really important.
You must have done a great job on the first one.
Oh, man.
Referrals right
Phew.
after, right?
Well, so there was, after that I was designing properties, and then there was about 6 weeks where I had no work, and I was going into a panic. I'm like, I don't have a job here, I don't have any supplemental income. I need something to support, my rent, I have a dog, and, going out, things like that. So I almost went back to school. I was like, I don't have any other option, really. And I became very nervous, and I almost thought about giving up. And then that's when I received a call to my first $1 million property in Logan Square.
Nice.
And that's when things really got the ball rolling.
Yeah.
So in terms of order, that's really how things unfolded for me.
Patience, right?
Man.
And nerve-wracking.
Oh, I was ready to give up. I was ready to just turn back. But I knew that if I just persevered, and there was something lying around the corner, something bigger than myself. So I was really excited. Yeah, it was awesome.
So you mentioned you took some business classes. Was that also in Key West, or did you come back and do some business classes here?
Yeah, so I only took those business classes out in Key West, Florida. So I took hospitality, micro, macro, ec, things along those lines. And then I came back to Chicago and started getting those smaller scale clients. I was working free of charge, completely free, just so I could build up my portfolio and get those referrals and just get the ball rolling. I know it sounds crazy, but it's just really what you have to do in this industry. Right. There's other ways of getting, started in this industry, and I did it probably in the most unconventional way, just throwing myself into it, but it just made a lot more sense for me. I wasn't the best high school student, and college obviously wasn't panning out well for me, so I just had to put my best foot forward and take this more seriously, really, because there was no other option.
Why, if I may ask,
Sure.
why do you think you weren't the best high school
Excellent
student?
question.
Yeah.
You know what? I just feel like I was backed into a corner, and the only way, in OPRF specifically, it's just it's an environment where it sets you up for college. It doesn't set you up for real life or a career path or business and an entrepreneur lifestyle. Just, you know, it really varies. And so that's what I think it was. There wasn't really a lot of curriculum that was career focused. And that's where I think the downfall comes from.
Right.
And so I just think that's like one of the cracks in the system. But other than that, you know, because not everyone can afford to go to college, and not everyone wants to. You know, I'm a product of that. So it's just, you know, that just, yeah, to answer your question.
So you jumped in, I read in the article, actually you were highlighted, which was great. You talked a little bit about your interior design class at school.
Yes.
So was there a spark there? How did that work?
Man, I had Miss Cotman. I know she's no longer there, but I went into UpGraph about 2 weeks ago to speak to the interior design class, and the kids were just very receptive to what I was saying, and they loved everything that went behind the scenes into interior design and real estate and all of that, because it's all a culmination of things. But I definitely think that taking that class sparked something for my future, because I knew that when I was taking those business classes, I wanted to be an entrepreneur in college, and so I just kind of put 2 and 2 together, and this is how I'm where I am now. So it made a lot of sense at that point. You know, I took interior design because I just needed an elective. I was like, oh, it's just like one of those easy classes. But it really wasn't. It was more challenging than I anticipated, and I ended up really enjoying it. Miss Cotman was killer. I mean, she's an amazing woman. So just an excellent, you know, role model to follow, I think, and mentor, and she believed in me. So
that's awesome. That's great. So what's next? What's next for you?
What is next? So right now I'm working on all these projects, and you know, as some of these are closing up, I'm working on client acquisition. Really important to keep things going. I'm working on branding and brand awareness. No one knows you, you know, it's a problem. And then it comes down to branding in different areas of the country. So I'm starting to get clients out in Orange County and Los Angeles County in California. And then I'm trying to get something percolating up in Silicon Valley. So I just really want, you know, the bigger fish, and I want to just, you know, there's different families out there, and there's just different types of clients. So I just love it. You know,
you're going for it. I love that.
I need it.
No, that's awesome. So you're very driven. That's fantastic. What would you say to yourself at 16 if you go back? Like, what were some of the advice that you gave the high school students that were in interior design? Like, what was the main points that you wanted to do?
Well, I had one girl, this is completely, you know, off the record, but I just had this one girl ask me, she goes, how do you get paid? And I was just like, you know, that's a good question. You know, slow feet don't eat. You know, I was like, I don't get paid. I don't have a salary. It's literally how fast I move. You know, I'm like, I just, like, you don't even know my clients. It's a telltale, you know. I get paid off of how much work I implement and put in. And that includes those, like, 2 to 4 a.m. out nights, and staying up, and the 3 hours of sleep, and getting up, and every single day I work 7 days a week. I mean, it just never stops. It's a baby. You have to nurture and coddle and make sure it's living and alive and eating. So it's that much more important. Owning a business is that much more, you know, gratifying, and you know, being a woman in business is amazing. And just like partnering up with other women in business who are in real estate and interior design, you know, just giving them their props and paying homage, and, you know, that's important. So, yeah, I just love it. Interior design is killer. And also being 21.
That's incredible.
That does not hurt. Being 21 has its upside and its downside in interior design. Interior design is, you know, seniority plays a big role in interior design, and I pay respects where it's due, but I'm definitely taking what I deserve and what I've worked really hard for. So, you know, projects like this don't just happen and they don't fall in my lap. I really had to work for these clients. But my clients trust me, and you know, I'm honest in business, and that's really important. You know, you must be honest.
How many young, like, interior designers are there's not many your age,
you know, are there? Not that I know of. You know, that's the really funny thing is that I don't know anyone else who's 21. You know, there's also like millennial designers. Of course, there's some that are between the ages of 25 and 29 who are out there killing it. But I don't know anyone who else is 21, and I would love to share my passion with another 21-year-old designer. Like, I would gladly open up the book and tell them, you know, certain things, and you know, help them guide through this industry, because it's hard, it's difficult. And the only way I learned things was throwing myself out there. Nothing in high school or college prepared me for entrepreneurship. it's so difficult. I learned from my mistakes. I learned from hardship. I learned from not having any money. I learned from, my clients not treating me well and respecting me. I learned from a lot of things.
Wow.
So it just takes time. I'm talking about my hands.
No, that's fine. Like, I just love the fact that you understand, like, your failures, you know, being backed into a corner. That's something that we really don't always do in education, right? Like, that's crazy. So, no, that's awesome.
It's so funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
This has been crazy.
We're going to end this. We're going to do this. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
It's
Thanks
awesome.
for coming.
We'll put all your stuff up down at the bottom there so people can look you up. But a 21-year-old disruptor of interior design right here, Rachel.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, guys. Keep disrupting. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.